And we're live. Hello, my little pints of mayonnaise. I hope you've all been well. That's my new goal, like doing a pint of mayonnaise, downing a pint of mayonnaise even. Yeah, I realized that was a shit catchphrase. I think that this was the universe telling me instead that, hey, I should refer to my audience as little pints of mayonnaise. You know? I mean, it must be. What else could the universe be telling me in this time like this? You know what I think the universe is telling me? I think it's telling me to get fucked. Let me tell you a story, my little pints of mayonnaise. I, right, work as an accountant in a staples company. That's my job, you know? I'm not even an accountant technically. A junior accounting specialist because they don't want to pay for an actual accountant because that's a chartered name. I don't have the qualifications apparently. But hey, you know? Who cares? So anyway, I'm busy doing the reports for the Staples Company, minding my own business, you know? Tracking the price of tin and nickel and shit. And you know what they say? They say, hey Brian, we're bringing Popfly back, you know? I need you to start streaming again. I'm like, oh cool, when are you gonna stream? They're like, New Year's Eve. I was like, can't somebody else be Brian for the day? You know? And they were like, nah, you see the rest of the office kind of has family and a life. But we figured that you don't. And that's what makes you such a good candidate for this, you know? And I'm like, oh, okay. So yeah, here we are. I was like, okay, well, if it's gonna be Christmas Eve, like, can we at least get something festive? Relevant perhaps, you know? Something cool? Maybe get some friends in? They're like, no, solo stream. Christmas Eve. Talk about your lack of family or something, I don't know. Sometimes this happens. Sometimes this happens. And you wanna know what the worst part is? My little pints of mayonnaise? The worst part is, you know, I actually do have places to be in Christmas Eve. Here we are instead. I don't know. I don't know. Is this my fault? It doesn't feel like my fault, you know? That was the point, though. Perhaps we should, like, be working Christmas Eve while everyone else gets the day off. You know? Builds character, you know? In the future, it's going to make for a great story in my autobiography. You know? Confessions of a Killer. So there, and I'm here playing this, as the kids would call it, old as fuck game. You know? That's not just me saying that. My man Septiceye, right? He, like, released a video on, like, Viscera cleanup detail. This game. And that was 9 years ago, where he called it old as fuck. Which means that at this point, like, I don't know. I can't think of a amusing old analogy here. But trust me, like, they're definitely there, you know? Oh well. Oh well. Sometimes that's what you live with, you know? Just being... Oops. Being old as fuck. So yeah, what have I been doing recently outside of being destroyed at work? Well, I recently enough decided, hey, you know, I'm gonna make flapjacks, you know? There's two types of people who start baking. There's the type that genuinely enjoys baking. That's not me. I'm more of the type of baking, like the lockdown type of baking. The, oh god, I'm unhappy type of baking. That you kind of get into, and you sat there like, hey, you know, maybe making this fudge brownie is going to fill the void in my life. It doesn't. It doesn't. Anyway, yeah, so I'm sat there, not filling the void in my life. And I get a call from the office. They're like, hey, Ryan, you know, I know that you were going to take time off, but, you know, Christmas is always a really big time for staples. So we're gonna need you in to make sure that the books are balanced and the balances are booked, you know? To which I'm like, okay, first of all, who is sad enough to be buying industrial quantities of staples at Christmas time? And second of all, and honestly, it's just that first part now I think about it. Like, what? Oh well. Oh well. No, sometimes this happens. Come on. Get the box out. Oh, there we go. I'm not sure what to do with this massive pile of presents currently. I feel like we can make it look pretty, you know? Okay. We're slowly getting places. Okay. I'm thinking that maybe we go up here for a bit. Yep. Yep, there we go. This was not a pretty situation for many of the employees here, you know? Could have said that they, downed one too many pints of mayonnaise. Downed one too many pints of mayonnaise. Down. You know, the repetition I thought would, like, be fulfilling, but it wasn't. Oh well. So where was I? Oh yeah. So one of the things that I started getting into was baking. Not in a, oh, this would be fun way, but in a, I'm feeling crushed under the weight of work, and fuck it, maybe this will fill the void in my life way, you know? Which is pretty fun, you know? Always do like having the void in my life filled. Ooh. Maybe that's the point in a way, you know? Is life a shitty flapjack recipe that calls for way too little golden syrup, so it ends up just being disappointing? Is that what we're destined to be? Too little on the golden syrup front? Potentially. You know? It could be argued. Oh god, this workshop's gonna take forever. Yeah, well. Yeah, well, yeah, well, yeah. It's Christmas. I always love Christmas. It's like the most corporate time of year. You get to hear what Christmas means to fucking Subway. And then you go about your day. It's wonderful. It's inevitably terrible. I love hearing different brands' takes on Christmas as well. In part because they don't want to say anything that could remotely be seen as a position. Even on something like as completely benign as like the meaning of Christmas. Let's be real, none of us actually care. So you end up with these things like it's about the feeling and the spirit and getting fucked, I guess. I don't know. Am I the Grinch? Am I getting too old for this, you know? One of the younger co-workers I have recently said that I look like the guy from Skibidi Toilet. And whilst I do not know what that means, I do know that I do not want to be compared to a guy that lives in a toilet, which is apparently what this May is. Was that a compliment? Is the Skibidi Toilet guy meant to be attractive? Maybe. Maybe. I can't help but feel like any time that you're told you look like the guy from Skibidi Toilet, though, maybe it's time to reevaluate your life. You know, it's like being told like you look like that one guy from Reddit, and you need to like take a step back and think about what you've done with your life. Maybe for a long period of time as well. Like, honestly, if you ever get told, yeah, you look like that one guy from Reddit, yeah, it's time for you to like not only reevaluate your life, but reevaluate whether reevaluation is enough. Like, honestly, I don't know what you need. There may be like a professional service or like some way you can. I don't know. I don't know. So yeah, that's been fun. In other news, AI is taking over everything. So corporate has been asking us for top tips on how to implement AI into our staples. They sent that as a company-wide email. I don't know why they think that I've got anything to say about that. Okay, that's a lie. I do have something to say about that, but they won't know that. Yeah, before becoming an accountant, I wanted to be a teacher in AI. This would have been back in, what, 2015? Yeah, about 2015. And during that run, I got like really into it, and I really wanted to do a PhD and applied to a bunch of places, and nowhere accepted me. And I like studied really hard. I like did multiple rounds, but like it was 2015. People weren't caring about AI as much as they do now. So I ended up not being able to get that PhD and ended up taking an accounting apprenticeship instead. Which is like, you know, it's kind of whatever. But I did want to become like a lecturer in AI. I've always enjoyed teaching it. So, and even though like my dreams are crushed, I like to think it's worthwhile to learn about all of this stuff anyway. It's a sort of what could have been type deal, you know? Uh, well. Well. So yeah, they want AI implementations in the business. Again, we make staples. I don't know what they want from us. Like, do they want the staples to like have AI technology in them? Like maybe the staple like talks to you about stapling techniques or something. Basically, every single AI startup is like a chat GPT like skin anyway. Do they want a staple based skin? What would that even look like? Is that possible? I assume so. Why would you want that though? Like, would any sane person use like staple GPT for all of their stapling related needs? Is there a market untapped of people who want to talk to others about their staple addiction? Like, I just want to know. What do they want from us? Again, I work in accounting. What do they want from me? I the fuck is an AI enabled staple? Does AI design the staples? Because I'm pretty sure we've got that design down pat. Like, any deviation from the standard staple shape probably should have been done about 50 or 60 years ago. Not gonna lie, they don't need to be quite up. They're not an updated every year kind of thing. We understand the staple technology. Don't know. It's not that, is it? They want investors. They want the investors to say, they've got AI powered staples, you know? And be excited about that, you know? And have that excitement turn into more stock options. I was going to decorate this place with a bunch of lovely presents, but look, I don't want to deal with the physics. It's Christmas Eve. I'm working half pay overtime because this counts as a leisure activity. You may be like, oh, Brian, isn't that illegal? I mean, normally, yeah. But they're not actually paying me in money. They're paying me in Love to Shop gift vouchers, so, you know. It's fine, though. You can just keep on burning shit. You know? There's something really satisfying about fire, you know? I would know. I set a lot of fires when I was younger, you know? Burnt a lot of things. There was more than one occasion when I was asked if I could not burn all the stuff, you know? But there was more than one occasion where when I was asked if I could make an AI-powered staple. Yes, I'm still on the staple thing, you know? I was told I have some sort of creative freedom over this. I wonder if I can, like, make, like, a rap single or something where I explain to people that our staples are terrible. Maybe the kids would like that, though. It's some sort of ironic thing. I can see the kids getting into that. And then I'm gonna have to be, like, doing this full time. And I mean, I hate accounting as much as the next guy, don't get me wrong. But, like, I really hate social media, you know? You know? Social media is one of the leading causes of depression, according to scientists. My source is that I made it up on the spot, but boy is it a believable story. It probably is actually a leading cause of depression, though. Ah, goodness. I am burning this shit. Look at this. Training. We are the fire. We didn't start the fire. But we are going to feed it. Wow, that was almost a reference to a song that most kids probably don't remember. Unless they do, I don't know, is We Didn't Start the Fire old enough to be in vogue again? I'd assume not. I'd assume not. But I don't know. I recently heard somebody describe 1990 as the late 1900s, and I've never felt older. I could feel the hairs on my head, like, darkening. Oop, gotta make sure not to dox myself with that one. Can't have dark hairs on my head. Ah, well. Yeah, well. What do you guys get from this? Like, I'm miserable. You understand that, right? I work a dead-end job. Selling staples. I don't even sell the staples. Doing accounts for people who sell staples. I was the original guy in that one Onion article about, like, the guy who lost all his hope, losing a bit of hope he didn't realize he had. You know, I was that guy, but I couldn't do it. You know? Because that would give me hope that maybe I could do something else. You know? I had to give it to a guy with more hope. And here we are. Like, do you enjoy my suffering? I don't know, maybe. That was probably a bad idea. It would be nice if I got anything here. So the strat here is that by keeping clean the places that I've got to go all the time, I can prevent future messes in the future. Because I will obviously be walking through this area. And I think this is clever. And it's so clever that you guys can, like, subscribe to me. Because if we get enough subscribers, I can maybe say, hey, this is getting out of hand to management. And then they'll put someone else on this. You know? Someone who, like, wants to be here. We have a marketing department. And they're full of, like, 20-somethings who eat. Yeah, we have a marketing department. And they're full of, like, 20-somethings that all have, like, chai lattes. And I'm sat here, like, this 30-something, like, fucking accounting associate. Not even a full accountant. And I'm the one they pick for this. Why? Why would that ever... Yeah, I tried a chai latte recently, actually, and it was actually pretty good. I, like, shit-talked the marketing department girls for, like, their chai lattes, like, all the time, but, like, secretly. Yeah, they're pretty good, you know? Suzanne, if you're watching this, I didn't say that. I still think that you're a joke, don't worry. Suzanne, if you're watching this, I still think you're a joke, don't worry. But your chai latte taste is good, I guess. Shite. Yeah, well. Sometimes things happen. Sometimes things happen. Merry Christmas, you know? I am a ray of fucking sunshine today. I'm the equivalent of those Christmas ads you see come on, where they're like, but what do you think of the children? And they show like the most depressing shit. And you're like sat there eating like your Christmas dinner with your family while like you're watching like suffering. Normally to like a sad rendition of like Santa Claus is coming to town or something. Yeah. To be fair, I've not seen as many of those adverts recently. I think part of it is to do with the idea that, like, I don't really watch TV anymore, and I believe it was more of a TV era than anything else, you know? Oh, well. Oh, well. Oh, delicate operation there. There's something calming about repetitively throwing things into a fire, you know? Like, you get up, go to work, you throw your dreams in the fire, go home again. I don't know. I don't know. So yeah, I think this is a pretty fun game, you know? It is, as the kids say, old as fuck, but hey, like, I'm old and I'm still cool to somebody. I'm not sure who. Oh well. Oh well. I think the hardest part of this is like moving everything out of this room, you know? Like, the actual cleaning after this all is not that hard. You just need to make sure it's done. That's a lot of letters. Let's see if we can get something done here. Ah, this is a genius idea. Throw the Molotov to clean it out. I seem to remember getting this game for free. It would have been a few years back now. I can't remember exactly how long, but I was younger. Not young, but younger. I remember playing it and thinking, wow, cleaning, you know? Can finish my day job and do a different day job. I find it amusing how many video games are centered around doing shitty day jobs. Because, like, there's some sort of irony there about someone finishing their shitty day job and then playing a video game about doing a shitty day job, you know? Oh well. Oh well. Maybe doing a shitty day job, you know? Maybe the real shitty day job is the day job we got along the way, you know? Oh, I need a box for this. I need a big box that I can then burn at the end. Let's put my beatbox on the table. There we go. Now we can make this all in one trip. Apparently your reindeer had defecated across it. Oh my goodness. Oh no. I don't think that's family friendly. Okay. Come on. In the box. There we go. Come on. Okay. Oh, goodness. Yeah, I'm starting to see what happened here. Bit of a shallow story, but I appreciate that they tried. Come on, in the fire. There we go. Clean, clean, clean. Clean, clean, clean. Clean, clean. Clean. There we go. Now we can get rid of the last bits. Okay, there we go. Isn't this the life? Isn't this the line? I think that this room is clear enough that we can get to work on it. Bring in the trusty bucket. And let's down some... Bring in my second trusty bucket. The first was not very trusty. Bring in the trusty bucket. And a down some mayonnaise with these boys. Come on, cleaning. Something that I've noticed is the amount of people like playing these power washing or like potion making or whatever video games recently, you know? A lot of people are describing it as cozy games, but that doesn't feel quite right to me. They're like job simulators in a way, but the jobs are sort of, I don't know, idealized. Like, they sit there and they're like, hey, you know? Yeah, like people play these job simulators. And these job simulators, they're like based on a sort of idealized version of what the job is. Like right now, I'm doing cleaning. And I mean, that's great and fine and fun and dandy. But at the same time, this is not actually what cleaning's like, you know? I'm sure that a cleaner themselves would say that there's a lot less dynamite and a lot more sort of sweeping floors that are already pretty clean to make them especially clean. Or if you're like a cleaner in maybe a primary school or something, you know, maybe it's more like taking your Hoover and trying to get a little bit more glitter out of the carpet than yesterday, you know. I've seen a few people try to do accounting type games of this, which is, you know, my field of expertise, my job, as it were. And a lot of them sort of remove the part where your company forces you to be a VTuber and shill staples for a living on top of your current accounting work. That's not really seen in many modern games. Needy Streamer Overload is basically the only example I can think of, and I don't think there was much accounting going on there, and there wasn't much accountability either, so they're losing on both fronts, really. Yeah, well. Yeah, well. Welcome, new viewer. I hope you're enjoying my stream of consciousness as I talk about cleaning. Yeah. Merry Christmas Eve if you celebrate that as well. I do celebrate that, but work said we're working today, so you know, we've got a stream going. Here we go. Goodness. Yeah, we're slowly getting there. We've already got upstairs done. We've got upstairs done. We're getting downstairs done. We had a bit of lore. I wasn't aware that the Clean Santa's Workshop game had lore and backstory. Not only does it have lore and backstory, it's pretty dark, which kind of makes sense in retrospect. You wouldn't expect a game with the name Santa's Rampage to, like, be family friendly, you know? But, you know, I was kind of expecting it to be more lighthearted. We discovered that it turns out that the Santa's in crippling debt. Who knew, you know? I don't know. There was like a trend going around on TikTok recently. And like, it has been, as the kids would say, my hashtag Roman Empire. Essentially, they're like saying, hey, why is it that the kids that Santa goes to are given like proportionally more expensive presents based on like their parent status? And it's gotten a bit out of control. People like abstracting it, and it's getting to a slightly concerning degree where they're like, yeah, I don't know. TikTok is a cesspool at the best of times. Everybody down in marketing is always like, yo, Brian, maybe you should go on TikTok, you know? Maybe, like, it would be fun. You could do one of those little dances for the company. Uh, you could shill staples on there as well. I, I've said it again. I've said it before. I'll say it again. Like, they recently wanted me to add AI functionality to staples. And I was like, okay, first of all, whilst I have a degree in AI, that was like 5 years ago. What do you want from me? Second of all, what does an AI enabled staple even look like? You know? It is it like is there like a chatbot that you can talk to about staples? Is there a way you could be more alone than talking to a chatbot about staples? I that sounds miserable to me. Like maybe some kids do it as a joke. Like you see a few challenge videos, like trying out the new hashtag staple thing, and it's like an in-joke. Then again, I don't think I've ever seen anybody even do that, you know? Like, I don't think we could even get the ironic people using it. And, like, then I was like, okay, well, maybe they want to, like, AI to design the staples, but we've got the staple design pretty down pat for the last, like, 50 years. That's not going anywhere. So I don't entirely know why they want AI here, or what that even means. Like, I've been told that I need to, like, start using it in my reports as well. And I'm like, okay, first of all, I've not written a report in 2 years, you know? I don't know where you're getting this, write this in your reports from. But it's got to stop. And second of all, even if I was still writing reports, which, again, I'm not, where the hell am I going to put AI into financial regulation? Do you want me to, like, programmatically generate financial regulation for you guys? Do you want more regulation? Because that is not what your lobbying has shown. I don't know. Do I talk too much about work? I feel I do. We can move on. The GTA 6 trailer came out, what, 2 weeks ago? It's one of the fastest watched videos on YouTube, which means very little to me now that I'm 30, but means a lot to the Zoomers. I watched it myself, and I was like, oh my goodness, you know? This is going to be where my stream content comes from in the future, you know? Not from, like, actually playing a game, screw that. But from, like, reacting to trailers like this. Like, making the most banal of comments about how these trailers work. And then somehow getting popular from that. Like, I don't entirely know what it is. There's a large amount of people making this sort of video, though. They're, like, just sitting around, normally with their mouth agape, like, being like, oh my goodness, 12 different things you didn't see in the GTA trailer. Let me tell you something. From an old man. I'm, like, 31. But, like, an old man in Zoomer terms. Don't take advice from somebody whose mouth is constantly agape in surprise, you know? That's a bad idea. I don't think I should have to spell that out for you, but apparently I do to some people, you know? I'm seeing a lot of people take advice from people who are constantly agape in shock. Why? Is that not a red flag? Perhaps. Perhaps not, you know? I could have been a machine learning engineer. If I had, like, decided that I wanted to go into machine learning, like, what, 4 years later than I did? Yeah? This would be different. I'd be a soulless corporate VTuber, but for, like, OpenAI instead. I wouldn't be shilling staples. I'd be selling transformer technology, which is somehow worse. I think about it. Is this the best timeline? Perhaps. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I should... I don't know. I'm actually making progress. It doesn't feel like you're making any progress, and then you take a step back, and you're like, no, we are getting somewhere. And I wish that somewhere was, like, closer or fun, but we are getting somewhere, you know? And sometimes you take the little things in life, you know? Like your paycheck. And you're like, I appreciate this for what it is, you know? Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. And look at this. We're, like, cleaning. If I only look this way, you know? It's pretty. You know? We're working on it. Let me make sure my mop is clean. How is the upstairs looking these days, actually? We've got a bit of trash there. I'll deal with that. We can have a lamp here for making it look pretty. I was walking around town recently. I live in a big town in the UK. And when I was walking around, I noticed this, like, aversion to color. And, like, I didn't notice it, like, at first for whatever reason, because I guess I was never looking for it. But, like, especially in, like, Christmas decorations and stuff, it's like, they only use specifically white lights for, like, everything. And I can understand, to some extent, you know, it's probably bad brand image, as the youth would say, if you were to make your entire company open late at night with red lighting, you know? That sounds like a bad idea for getting the clientele you want. Or a good idea for getting the clientele you want, depending on your business. Generally, though, wouldn't recommend that. But, like, there's a lot of colors, and we just stuck with white, I guess? And it's in, like, everywhere. It's, like, permeated. The office is white. Then I go to, like, the shop, and the shops are all painted white. And then, like, I go around my friend's house, and my friend's house is painted white. Go home, and my home's painted white. It's specifically painted like an ugly cream color because the landlord can buy that in the cheapest paint. And I just go with it. I just go with it. I just go with it. Maybe that's the point. Maybe that's the point. I don't know. I don't know. Let's keep on cleaning. Let's keep on cleaning. We've got something we can do here, probably. Oh. Give me just a second. Okay. 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 And I'm back. Sorry about that. I am back now, though. Here we are. Let's clean this up. It does look like there was a bit of a explosion. There was a unintended expansion of gas. Well, I mean, I guess a big explosion could be intentional. There is a potentially intended expansion of gas in this general vicinity. Okay. In the fire it goes. There we go. There we go. There we go. And there we go. Isn't this lovely? We're slowly getting there. Oh shit, there we go. Whoop. Just goes on and on. It keeps on going. It keeps on going. It keeps on going. Okay. 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 Slowly making progress. Slowly making progress. Making progress. But I'm slow about it. There we go. I was recently told that I'm more entertaining when silent. I was like, oh, okay. You guys think that? You guys think I'm more entertaining when silent? I don't think so. Ignore. Merry whatever, you know? Yeah. So yeah, I made flapjacks recently. It didn't fill the void, but you know what? It was a start, you know? I made them. They were okay. Probably would have been better from the store, but I made them myself, and you can't put a price on that. Probably get close by listing the ingredients and figuring out how much my time was worth, and figure out it's not worth it though. I don't know. I don't think that's the right message to send though. I want to be a good inspiration, I think. I need to be a good inspiration in a way so people don't end up like me, you know? But like, I don't know, recently whenever I've been talking about inspiration, I feel like something leaves my body. Like, my soul. So, I don't know, maybe I should just leave this for people who are younger than me and make money, you know? Maybe. No, let me check something again. There we go. So about this, I need to periodically check my DMs. Make sure that management doesn't hate me yet. You know? Always important. Yeah, well. Oh my god, they have a basement as well. The workshop never ends. Yeah, this game kind of reminds me of my first job in a way, you know? Pretty much dealt with death and destruction every day. I was a barista at Starbucks. It's basically the same thing as this. Oh, goodness. Especially when they... I don't know. I don't know. Nobody cared, so I was hoping to... I don't know. How long do I think this is going to take me? The dev said about 2 hours. I can see that. I can see this taking like 2 hours. There we go. Whoop. And there we go. Wow, and a cute anime boy doing shit. Oh dear. Wait, what the fuck is going on here? Wait, what? How the hell does that work? This place is built on a hill. This has to be built on a hill, in fact. Because down there... that doesn't open out to the outside. If that also opens out to the outside. Unless there's a hill. Which is what I'm assuming now. Now back to presents. I'm honestly so good at burning small children's presents. It's like my thing, you know? Like my special talent. Practicing it from a young age. I'm not original. That's something that Technoblade said. I miss Technoblade. I don't know, there was a lot of Minecraft hype when Technoblade was around, you know? Maybe I was just getting into Minecraft. Who knows? Who knows? And yeah, there's still Minecraft YouTube, you know? There's still like Hermitcraft and stuff, but the people I enjoyed have kind of all communally left, you know? It sucks, you know? Yeah, and that everyone that you enjoyed is gone, and everybody you liked as a kid is also a terrible person. And it sucks. The moral of the story is I don't give a shit. That's the moral of the story. Burning presents. It's funny because, like, it's something socially unacceptable. But I'm doing it, you know? The comedy comes from the fact that it's socially unacceptable, but I'm suggesting that people do it widely. There is objective hilarity in this. Honestly, if you don't see the joke at this point, I can't help you. I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted. Go. Let's make sure to clean up as we go along. We're slowly fighting back the massive trail of blood. So this is fine. You can worry about where all the chairs are going and stuff later on. Yo, it's someone's spleen. There's few things better than the spleen. I need to do an organ tier list. Like that one guy who's like made an organ tier list, you know? Popfly's organ tier list. wonder if Corp will sign off on that. Maybe. Maybe. Hmm. There you go. You can tell I'm getting tired. I'm getting tired. Yo, Corporate said that they were going to give me a Christmas themed outfit for this. And what they actually meant was a Santa hat. A Santa hat that, may I point out, not even like a 3D model of a Santa hat. Like a 5-minute sketch of a Santa hat with the word hat pointing at it. Apparently the kids would find it funny. Everything I do is a focus group. Need one of these. That's looking pretty good. I need one of these. Looking pretty decent. Maybe like, what's dece mean? It means dece nuts. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. In my defense, the joke was already there. I just had to like. It's funny. Like objectively funny. It's like my catchphrase. You know? Some things are just objectively good or bad. My catchphrase is one of them. And coming up with a D's nuts jokes on the spot, that's the other one. I'm still unsure if there'll be a third one. But if there is, I'll let you know. Oh, goodness. Physics. Shit. There we go. Oh shit. It's poorly optimized. The bad optimization is happening. Oh god. There you go. There you go. Let's do this. I remember playing this in like mid-July when I first got this as well. It's like completely out of season. Yeah, well. You know what? I think I might call it quits here. Yeah, I'm gonna see you guys around. Goodbye.